So when Clash Royale put out this tweet a few days ago, let me tell you, I was one of the many people that thought that it was just a big meme. But as we all know, of course, that tweet was not a big meme because Clash Royale actually did end up buffing the Elite Barbarians, something that none of us expected, I don't think. You know, they've been a card that's been at the bottom of Clash Royale for a very long time, and I think many people, including myself, thought they were just going to leave the Elite Barbarians there. But sure enough, Clash Royale decided to buff the Elite Barbarians. They called it a rework, but it's really a buff, and so we're going to talk about that buff in today's video. Also, quick little announcement, I have revived my Brawl Stars channel. Many of you probably didn't know I had a Brawl Stars channel where I make Brawl Stars content, but I just posted my first video on that channel in a while, not too long ago, so be sure to go show that some love and subscribe to that channel as well. So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about what actually happened to the Elite Barbarians, because there are actually a lot of changes. So the Elite Barbarian speed was reworked to be from very fast to fast. The hit speed was buffed to be from 1.7 seconds to 1.5 seconds. The hit points were buffed by 14%. And damage was buffed by 5.5%. So in total, that means it received one nerf, with that being its speed reduction, and it received 3 different buffs, with that being its hit points, its hit speed, and its overall damage. And to keep it real, the nerf doesn't seem like it's going to be totally significant as well, because the Elite Barbarians, they're just going to be going from their current speed that they are right now to the speed of a Goblin Brawler from the Goblin Cage. And that Goblin Brawler is still pretty fast. So Elite Barbarians are still going to be, you know, pretty fast card in the game. So first things first, I'm going to give my opinion on this change. Then I'm going to talk about some implications that it could have for Clash Royale, because let me tell you, some of the implications that this balance could have for Clash Royale are pretty dang drastic. So my personal opinion of this balance change is that I actually think it's pretty dang cool. Like I said, the Elite Barbarians have been arguably the worst card in Clash Royale for the longest time. Right now in Grand Challenges, they have a 1% usage rate and a 16% win rate, which is absolutely terrible. And to see that Supercell is showing this card a little bit of love, it does make me smile in a way. So the main reason I like this is that maybe it could allow some new archetypes to come into Clash Royale. We haven't really seen the E-Barbs be meta since like 2017 when they were first released, and they were one of the best cards in the game. So to see them be good again could definitely bring about some new decks in the Clash Royale, which is really nice because I think we all know that the meta could use some shaking up. I mean, recently we have seen some shakeups in the meta with, you know, some new decks surfacing revolving like Royal Recruits, Royal Hogs, some new variants of Royal Giant, some new variants of Graveyard, things like that. But for the most part, it's been the same archetypes that have been dominating Clash Royale for the longest time. You know, P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam, Hog Cycle, Expo Cycle, Golem, Log Bait, things like that. But with Elite Barbarians coming, maybe we can add something to the mix that is different. So if the E-Barbs actually do become meta, let's talk about what will happen to Clash Royale, because a lot of things could change. Really, the past couple of months in Clash Royale, Beatdown has been an archetype that really hasn't been that strong. The strongest variant of Beatdown across the board has been Giant Double Prince as of late. And with the Elite Barbarians getting this buff, I think it's honestly just going to kill Beatdown even more. Previously, E-Barbs have been used somewhat as a win condition and a primary damage dealer. But with this rework to the Elite Barbarians, I think they are primarily going to be used as a tank killer compared to a win condition. The damage output that they have now is unreal, with getting a buff to the damage and also a buff to their hit speed. It means they can output even more damage, and against the giant, you know, Goblin Giant, Golem, they can absolutely shred. And say you pair the Elite Barbarians in a deck with a building of some sort, like a bomb tower, a Goblin Cage, a Barbarian Hut, or even not even a building, but you put a P.E.K.K.A. in that deck as well, then the Elite Barbarians are going to be a very strong defensive card. Now, that's not saying that you couldn't use them as a win condition. I think there will still be those players that use Elite Barbarians as a win condition by spamming E-Barbs raised at the bridge, but I think that their primary use from now on out will be as a tank killer. And that's going to be really interesting because in terms of cards that are 6 elixir and up, we don't really have many tank killers. The Sparky is really the only one. Some may say the Giant Skeleton, but I see the Giant Skeleton as more of a crowd control type card, not so much as a tank killer. Some may also argue the Royal Recruits, but again, I think Royal Recruits, you know, they're just more of an all-around defensive card and not necessarily a tank killer. So to have a 6 elixir and up tank killer is really cool. So in conclusion, to summarize, I think that beatdown is just going to become a lot worse with these elite barbarians. Like the giant, the golem, and the goblin giant, they've already been doing bad in the meta because of cards like the barbarian hut being super strong. But now that Supercell has done a major rework to the elite barbarians, and they also buffed the mini P.E.K.K.A, by the way, another solid tank killer, it's just going to make beatdown that much worse. So if you are a player in Clash Royale that does main beatdown, giant, golem, goblin giant, or any of that, then I would consider maybe switching decks. Although if you play Lava Hound, I think you're honestly okay. Lava Hound is pretty chill right now. Another change I think we could see as a result to the balance of the elite barbarians is the fact that we're probably going to see a lot more bait and a lot more swarm cards in general. Swarm cards are simply one of the best counters to elite barbarians, considering there's only 2 of them and they're single targeting and their hit speed still really isn't that fast. It's safe to say that swarm is the way to go. Now, even though like spells like Zap Arrows and Barb Arrow can kill, you know, those swarm cards, and most of those cards, those small spells, are in elite barbarian decks as it is, I still think we will see a lot of swarm. I think we will see a lot of log bait coming back into the meta. I think we will see just a lot of extremely baity decks. Fireball bait, log bait. We'll see just so much bait in this meta, I think, because it's really good at countering elite barbarians. So yeah, those are the 2 main changes that I expect to see. I expect to see a lot less beatdown, and that also includes Royal Giant, by the way. I didn't talk about that, which is really good. And then I also expect to see an increase of bait because swarms and things like that are very good counters to elite barbarians. And also, I think it'll just make the Barb Hut that much stronger. Not really looking forward to that at all. But yeah, gamers, that's going to wrap it up for today's Clash Royale video. And if you guys did enjoy this video, then be sure to leave a like down below. I greatly appreciate it. And also, if you guys are new to the channel and you like all things Clash Royale, then be sure to subscribe down below. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyway, gamers, it's your boy Solar Fury signing off. Peace out, guys. Have a nice day.